losing it over here.
That is all right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome one and all to the UGC League North American Steel Series. Today is a best-of-2 match between Cold War Gaming and Treant Protoker. Now, as you know, the Dota 2 Killcopter does not endorse drug usage of any kind. However, we do not discriminate. If you want to light up, sir, and enjoy the game, we will not say otherwise. These two teams are going to be going at it, like I said, best-of-2 series. You're in the Dota 2 Killcopter flying high above the fields of fun and, I can't call it the fields of justice because that's actually the name of the League of Legends team. Nobody wants that. Now, I am joined here, as always, by my co-host, Joojkins and Technoman. Gentlemen, how are you doing this fine evening?
Doing quite good tonight. You know, had a pretty good weekend, so I'm excited to get back into things.
A good weekend indeedy. How about you, Technoman? How'd you do today?
I'm doing really good. I've hit new levels of laziness that would kill any other average person.
That is exactly what I wanted to hear from you, good sir.
Really? That's what you wanted to hear?
Go right now.
I forgot I did not
haven't
mute
even
my
started
stream.
looking for a server yet.
You should probably do that.
Gonna have a little bit of double up on there, but that is okay. Yes, indeedy. Now, first ban phase is seriously underway. We had a Marana Death Prophet ban from Cold War Gaming going down Bristleback on Treant Protoker, and one more to go. With Cold War Gaming dipping 20 seconds into the reserve tank during the first ban phase, you wonder what they were discussing on that one. Were they going to ban Treant Protector or not? Because the teams both said, hey, don't ban Treant Protector. Now, most people say don't ban Meepo, but, you know, things happen. Things happen. Slark finding himself on the axe for the very first phase of bans. We're going to go into first pick phase now. Cold War Gaming has first draft. And, of course, they will draft the Invoker, which is a normal thing. If you see him ever make it past the ban phase, he's always going to show his face up in the pick phase very first time. Very few times has he made it to the second ban phase.
I'm looking for an Ursa because... Oh,
No,
come
they're
on.
gonna go with the Protoker.
That is a lot of support power in 2 picks. That's pretty huge.
We could still definitely see an Ursa. Ursa actually does work very well with these two sports. A lot of other ones. Personally, I'm a fan of Tiny. Tiny's pretty good here.
Oh yeah, Tiny could be really good.
A quick pick of Ancient Apparition. Cold War Gaming going for the all-pro way of picking. They're going to ban out Weaver. And as you can see, this does mirror a pro play right here. They've banned out Marana. They've got their Invoker. They've banned out Weaver. Death Prophets hit the axe. AA has been picked up as a pro support. Cold War Gaming is playing a very pro-level style of team draft. Batrider finding himself banned out for ban number 3 on Treant Protoker.
Toker.
Yes, that's the word I was going for.
Protoker.
Protoker, indeed. Going into reserve time yet again for the penultimate ban on Cold War Gaming.
Both of these teams are doing a really good job of not showing their hand exactly. We got Invoker, he could go pretty much anywhere. IO and Treant Protector, I think it's fairly safe to say will be part of a tri-lane, but built around who, we don't know yet. I was calling for an Ursa pick. I think he would work really well here. But honestly, there's not a lot of heroes that don't do well when you just pump them full of HP and make them move really fast.
Right, you are. Tinker finding himself banned out by the Cold War Gaming. Tinker's going to have to sleep in the cold of Siberia tonight all by his lonesome.
There was actually a game earlier today, I believe it was EG versus, I want to say Vici Gaming, where Treant Protoker is actually picking a very similar lineup so far. They've got the IO, they've got the Treant Protector. Now, if they go a PA, they're going to be saying, oh, we watched those pro games and we saw some interesting things. What they did in the EG picked that, and they put the IO and the
You want to say
the
interesting
Phantom Assassin
picks?
mid.
Interesting picks. We're going to talk about Morphling here. What is Morphling going to be doing for these two this team right here?
Typically, Morphling goes mid these days. He really needs the solo experience that he would get from the mid lane. Tri-lane experience really isn't that good for him because he doesn't have a lot of sustainability until the higher levels. And he's got a good escape, so he fits the mid lane very well.
You think maybe an off-lane Treant Protector, maybe Morphling mid or safe lane Morphling? Of course, then what would IO do? Maybe mid IO, carry IO? It could happen. It works.
It will not happen. Jenkins, I will bet you 15 rares right now. If that happens in this game, I will double up. You'd only owe me 15. I'll owe you 30 rares.
Oh, that's really tempting, but with the Morphling in the game, I kind of doubt that'll happen.
Doom being picked up by Cold War Gaming for their 3rd pick. We're going to the 4th pick for Treant Protoker.
Doom's a good choice here. Does that disable Morphling's morph?
Yes, it's silence.
Ah, there you go.
Can't do nothing without your words, my friend.
Well, I know Morphling can get stunned and still morph, so...
Well, he can't do it if he's silenced, though.
Very good. I think Doom is clearly the IO counter pick here.
We're going to see a clockwork pickup on Treant Protoker. I know it's not called a hook, but I believe it's called hook shot. Yeah, hook shot. Hook shot, super fun to watch, especially if they can hit it. You've got to have that great skill shot mentality in order to make good use of Clockwork's ult. Now, otherwise, he is fantastic all by his lonesome, thanks to his cogs, his explosive, or his battery assault, and then, rocket flare, always good for vision.
Yeah, I think that's going to be their off-laner, and I think we've seen their tri-lane that they've got, so now the question is going to be maybe a mid?
I really don't think that's their tri-lane. Morphling doesn't go into tri-lanes, buddy.
We shall see.
Oh, I feel a rare bet coming on here in the Dota 2 Killcopter.
You want to bet rares?
I give 3-to-1 odds.
Not against that mid. I don't know.
Now
Skywrath can really put a hurt on Morphling early. The silence, damage, slow. He's really rough. Especially if Morphling goes full agility. He'll get punished for that really easily. So I don't know if they'd want to put Morphling mid at this point.
Morphling doesn't go full agility early game though. That's not how you play Morphling.
Now, guys,
so
let's
that's not really a valid
concern here. Let's not cut each other up. Let's make sure this stays happy, alright?
You always go full agility. Never look back. Strength morph is for noobs.
Now, Jenkins, I am a noob, and you are not a not noob.
Not a not noob, thank you.
I wouldn't say that, though.
Final ban going out to Faceless Void over on Treant Protoker.
Probably a good pickup here, since even with Morphling's waveform, which, correct me if I'm wrong, it goes through Chronosphere.
Until he gets out of the wave, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so has potential.
Final ban on Cold War going to OD in this fairly straightforward draft for CWG.
Yeah, that was probably a good choice too, because they have a lot of int on their team.
Now, with Treant Protoker having a boatload of reserve time left in the tank, they can really think about this last pick, and they can
Nyx
really
Assassin?
make it count. A Nyx Assassin would be a great pickup right here. Though, I don't know if they should do that. Morph would go mid. They still have a good tri-lane with Nyx Assassin in there, but I don't think Nyx Assassin is a great, or is the best pickup they could possibly have here. But
yes, he is.
Caution to the wind, because Nyx Assassin has been picked by Treant Protoker. 33 seconds left on the board for CWG. I was about to say CWC. No, that's the Children's Workshop of Television. Whatever. Anyway, Cold War game. It was a bad joke. I abandoned it mid-choke, so as one of their players says, deal with it.
Abort, abort, abort! Abort, abort, abort!
It's a shame killcopters don't have ejection buttons.
Timbersaw or
What that could
Centaur?
For example, eject a co-pilot.
Luna
Never
picked
mind,
up.
it'll be Luna. We still needed a carry.
That's like if someone hijacked the Batmobile and pressed one of the buttons there that you're not supposed to press, and then a big spring pops the seat up.
It sounds something more like what Joker would have. Big springs.
Well, it's all cartoon physics.
There's big springs in the Batmobile.
Yeah, it's called the shock
Yeah.
absorbers.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was gonna say. And before someone who knows like every little tiny detail is like, no, there's no springs. They use hydraulic electromagnetism suspenders, so it's silent.
I don't think that's a real thing, Jenkins, but we're going to go down to the field now and see what's up.
Looks like we might be going for a remake here.
Yes, looks like we might be indeed. Or lots of reconnects. Or, wow.
I think it's a remake.
That exploded
That's remake.
quickly.
It was a good It was a good game, guys. All right, we're going to go into a holding pattern real quick. It's okay, because I forgot to put the thing up for a couple seconds anyway. So we're going to put the hold screen back up, put on the music, and then we're going to go redo this.
Hate that shit.
How do you save the
Now
game?
you have time for your soda, Logan.
You don't have to save it.
Okay, so you don't have to.
You just make it an all pick.
Yep, and just let them pick it. Pick
Okay.
their picks.
I don't know what is going on with that.
I don't know.
They had a crash out where someone probably couldn't rejoin. It happens.
Alright, well, we'll get it fixed. We're good at computer.
Some of us. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a
Only
soda.
some of us.
400 ping Power Rangers. Haha.
Was that ping, P-I-N-G, or pink, P-I-N-K?
Ping, as in P-I-N-G. Computer term.
Ah. Okay, that is less awesome than 400 pink Power Rangers.
Alright, I'm back and ready.
Yay!
I thought I had sodas, but to my disappointment, there were no soda. So instead, I got an ice cream sandwich.
That sounds delicious. I like ice cream sandwiches.
Ice cream break before a Dota 2 cast? How terrible. Logan, how could you? That is the worst thing anyone has ever thought to do ever.
Well, I can actually eat quietly.
Oh.
Don't bang a spoon against my bowl.
Oh.
Hey, Dave.
Oh,
Dave,
what?
this time, just remember to take the...
I did.
screen
I
down.
did take it off like after 2 seconds. All right. I
No,
don't leave it up
no,
for
you
the
didn't.
entire time like P-Flax does.
Oh, he does that on purpose.
I know. It's amazing. I'm not famous enough to get away with it though.
You're also not drunk enough.
Oh, I could do that. I've got the whiskey in the fridge, man.
No.
No. They'll never let me have drunk Dota fun. sorry about that minor setback, folks. We had to have a quick roster swap. One person could not make it into the game, so they needed a remake. It is okay, though, folks. We're going to go into an all-pick version. They're going to pick up all the same guys they had, and life is going to be grand old fun.
Is this your rendition of the sound of like the picking song?
Yes. It's got some guitars which are not high fantasy. The only high fantasy guitar that exists is Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force.
Perhaps a quick recap on the draft, since things are being done out of order and it won't be included.
Well, it's still in the same cast, buddy.
Yeah, we didn't stop the cast. We just put it on hold for a bit.
There's no ticket, so you don't have to worry about that.
All right.
If anyone downloads this match, though.
All she wrote for that. Sorry about that, folks. We had a bit of a snafu with our good friend Paul, who had to step out. Instead, we are going to go through the roster now as it changed. Over on the Radiant side, we have Treant Protoker. Tofu is going to be playing your Clockwork. 400 ping Power Rangers is going to be playing your Treant Protector. Muda is going to be playing your Morphling. Then you've got your Croton. I'm going to call him Croton. Croton on your IO. And finally, Nyx Assassin will be played by Neko. Kitty, it's a big old bug. Who do we have over on Dire's side? Technoman.
Alright, we're going to have Don Zinero on our Skywrath Mage. Peko Manias on Luna. Deal with it on Ancient Apparition. Tito on Invoker. And Moger on Doom.
Now, was the giant bug from Godzilla, the new one, was that named Muta or Muto?
Muto.
I was so happy to see Muta, and then it was Muto, and butts. All right, that's fine. It happens from time to time. Can't always win every one of the fights all of the time. Now, I believe Nyx Assassin is rocking a very nice set, so we're going to go into pause, the little showcase mode, to show off what this Nyx Assassin is carrying. Very sexy blue spikes all over the place, as well as, I think that's the what the heck mask is that? That is the Shadow Calvaria mask. He is rocking the entire Shadow set.
Yeah, it's the Casper set.
It looks really good. It's kind of different. I'm not sure I exactly like the fact that you can change the colors on it, because I kind of was hoping Valve would keep a common color theme per hero. But that aside, it still looks really nice.
Oh yes, definitely. Let's take a look at this. Now, Treant Protector sadly is not rocking the nice shades and spliff that he had over in the Treant Protoker team name. But hey, you can't always win them all the time either. Morphling, on the other hand, rocking all kinds of extra stuff on his guy. He's got himself the Frost Shard Pauldrons. He's got the Ancient Armor arms with the Ancient Armor set. Everything with the exception of his shoulders are all part of that Ancient Armor set. Very good looking character right there. Invoker rocking that knot top, which I'm not actually fond of too much.
Yeah, not particularly my favorite either.
And everything else Eastern Rage as well. Yeah, he's got all but I don't think there was any crap. I'm trying to remember what they're called now. His little Forge Spirits, that's what they're called. He does not have the special Forge Spirits. Sad face. Doom, though. Doom rocking a nice set. Or wait, he's not rocking any set.
No, he got no items, buddy.
He looks so good at default, he doesn't even need a set.
I'm sorry, I'm so used to seeing Doom on every, rocking that free-to-play set that came out. I think it was the free-to-play set. But since then, I guess I am not used to seeing default Doom. What a tragedy.
Decent amount of pinging from both teams coming out as they try and figure out their lanes. Looks like it's going to be a duo mid between Morphling and Io, perhaps?
Told you. I told you.
It's a Morphling mid, but he's not solo lane either.
I didn't say he was. And I had previously talked about how...
you talked
duo
about
mid
how he
with
needed a
Io.
solo lane.
I also talked about how Io duo mid was a thing.
I don't remember that. We'll have to go back
That's
to
why
the
it's important
record.
to listen when people talk.
Oh, wrecked. Wrecked nerd.
Only sometimes. We'll go to the instant replay.
Oh, we could see a very early first blood. No, we will not. Mogar, who was playing off in the back end, was about to get pinched off by Neko, who was playing on your Nyx Assassin, and 400 ping Power Rangers, who was on your Treant Protector. He will ward up the bottom river overlooking rune right there, as you see that I just drew on the screen for you. And hopefully Mogar can keep himself out of harm's way.
I think Mogar is going to be pretty difficult for them to kill down here. Once he has his level 2, he'll have pretty decent regen with his Scorched Earth. And they really just don't have the burst until Nyx Assassin gets level 6.
Exactly.
To really deal with him.
Well,
Yeah,
Mogar
definitely.
is level 2. He's about halfway through it now, too. So he will start being a bit more of a wrecking ball the longer this goes. And he has solo lane XP. So he's going to be getting all kinds of benefits from that as well over the two that are coming down. And as you said, Nyx Assassin takes a lot to get going. Level 6 is a long way away.
Yeah, especially when you're in a duo lane versus solo lane Doom. I like this sort of preemptive sentry warding on top lane by Dire, but
That's an observed ward.
Well, I suspect they were actually trying to de-ward.
yeah, that's the only thing I could think of is that they're trying to de-ward because it's way too early to start warding for Nyx Assassin. However, I'd really like to see them keep this up because about the time Nyx hits 6, Luna is definitely going to want this vision here.
Going in on bottom here. Mogar's going to drop down to a little below half health, but he's going to regen up pretty quickly with the Scorched Earth and a Tango.
Yep, right back up to where he was. He's going to shake that off. It's not going to be an issue. Waiting on someone to throw a first punch.
I think this Clockwork may have had a little bit of a misstep. I mean, he's an offline Clockwork, but you can tell from his items that he didn't bring any clarities. And he's pretty much been relying almost entirely up until this point on Rocket Flare to try and get last hits from a distance. And to not bring any clarities, I feel is a little bit of a misstep.
It might come back to bite him in the butt, but he does have solo lane XP. He does have himself plenty of health sustain, so he can stay in and still absorb XP from a distance.
True.
Bit of an odd build on Clockwork as well, choosing to get only 1 level in Battery Assault and 2 levels in Rocket Flare. You really get the most burst possible from multiple levels in Battery Assault, but I think he's thinking that since it's all range heroes in this tri-lane, so he's thinking he's just going to have to play this very passively and not even try to go on anybody.
Yeah. And, you know, honestly, if you're not certain, that's probably the best way to go at things.
Mogar getting singled out by 400 ping Power Rangers as he tries to go for the Centaur camp.
Missing top.
He did manage to get the stomp, though.
He
What?
did.
Juking through trees. This could be a mistake. Oh, he's got a
Okay.
bottle, so there's some bottle charging.
Yeah, he doesn't have any charges in his bottle though. And here comes
Oh, he already used
Croton.
them all. I think
need-
he's fine.
Yeah, he's not gonna die anytime soon, but he had to waste a lot of time trying to get out of that area so he didn't lose his life.
True, but he got what he wanted, which was a war stomp and swiftness aura. So he's got a stun now. Diving him under tower is definitely unadvisable. Also, I would question him not using Devour while it was off cooldown.
Luna is using one of my favorite hats in the game. The Star Rider of Crescent. Sexy hat.
Is that the one that changes her hair color? No,
No.
it's not.
No.
The one that changes her hair color is better.
I didn't say, I said it's one of my favorites, not my favorite. There's a difference.
Doom is level 6 now as well, so they need to be really careful here.
Doom is level 6, but he is far, far in the backfield.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have any levels in level death, and only 2 levels in scorched earth, so it's gonna be hard for him to actually kill anybody without, a little help.
He is going to get himself a DD rune, though.
DD Room
And
might be
boots.
the help he needs. Especially if he can pick up some phase. He's got the gold for it.
Skywrath, it looks like he was going to rotate, and Doom told him not to worry about it.
Missing top.
That's really great for Doom, too. That means he got a free bottle
We got
refill.
Skywrath and Ancient Apparition smoked up here in the Dire Woods. They're looking to gank this mid lane.
And they could do a very good job of it. Croton has been very aggressive, staying very close to Invoker the entire game. So Tito is probably planning this one.
And they go in.
Whirlwind goes out, Skywrath comes out, Croton will be the first one to go down. Deal with it, picking up that first blood. Very well played by CWG.
That was just perfect initiation by the Invoker. They just were not prepared for it, and his levels here, a lot of them in Wex, definitely helped out.
DD runed Doom, kind of wasting it. Oh, he will catch himself a ping Power Ranger out there. He's going to get the last swing on it, but he will eat an impale from Neko. Neko is looking to try to take him out. Keep him close to tower. Moger is running, does a lot of damage. Neko pops Vendetta, and they are continuing the pursuit. And they will disengage. Neko coming out the better of that. Low mana, though. And Mogor, no bottle charges, but he does have his phase boots ready to go.
He also knows that Niksha has already used his Vendetta, so he's got about a minute while Nyx is pretty much incapable of doing any valuable damage.
Want to go over into Twitch chat right now.
Missing top.
Stanlin in Stan.
That's Stalin.
Stalin and Stalin, excuse me. Stalin and Stalin saying Radiant sucks dicks, lol. Both teams suck dick, lol, says the real to the axe.
Another gank mid.
Oh, let's go in mid real quick.
Very
Croton gone.
dead IO.
We could see a dead Muto here, or Muta here. Godzilla would be so proud.
Why, thank you.
Took about half damage there.
Anyone else see that that IO-shaped bloodstain?
I did
Yes.
see that one. It was very nice. It's beautiful. I'll put that on my featured highlight reel right there.
Yes. GG Valve. Definitely
Now,
ready for
while,
E3.
Let's see here.
Oh, Whirlwind coming out from Invoker. Muta tries to dodge by going into the waveform. Will go down. Skywrath Mage picking him off. Don Zinuro getting that last hit. Very nicely done by CWG. It's now 4-0 at the 9.5 minute mark. You gotta wonder what's going through Treant Protoker's head right now.
Yeah, as of right now, the power of Skywrath versus Morphling is really shining through. He just gets silenced up, he can't use his strength morph, and he's just a squishy agility at that point. Also, Morphling chose to go hand to Midas as like a first big item after a Ring of Basilius. I'm not sure about that as an item, but it's early enough that it could be really beneficial.
He's definitely got the gold lead on Invoker mid, which really was the point of having the IO camp with him.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's really cost them in the levels, and then...
Hasted Doom
with
after IO mid.
Oh my
Lack
god,
of
that is the
level.
fastest Doom I've ever seen in my life. Mogar comes in like a blue streak, but he's actually red. Croton will go down. Mogar getting the last hit on that one. No, excuse me. Tito getting the last hit on that one. Mogar dooming him, sealing the deal.
And now they're going to push mid. Treant Protector kind of hiding in the backfield. He's level 4 and he has nothing in Nature's Guise, so he's pretty much at the mercy of Dire at this point.
Over in Twitch chat, Colsoria says, think Doom should get a Basilius and some creeps.
To be honest, no. I don't think he should get Basilius. He's got the bottle for his mana problems, so Basilius isn't really going to do much for him. And
It's
they've got
a little extra armor, but I mean, why not Stout Shield or into a Vanguard or something if that's the way he wants to go?
it's a bit late for both of those, but
Lots of rotation happening towards top lane right now. All 5 of CWG is currently converging on top lane. Invoker, Ancient Apparition, and Luna all leading the charge. Skywrath coming in the backfield. Doom still hanging out in the jungle, possibly to give backup if it's needed. I think they're going to try to go for this tier 1 top lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Muda is just, going to town on that tier 1 all by his lonesome, cleaning up creeps, doing some good stuff.
Also, Dire got seen out by this Observer Ward just dropped by Clockwork. They know they're all there, and that's why you've got Morphling who's just pushing as hard as he can with impunity. And honestly, I think Radiant should just try and bait them here as long as possible and let Muda push bottom and get this free farm.
And
I mean, this is great.
He's getting right now. Not only has he brought the turret down, or excuse me, the tower down to 150 HP, he has got himself at least 2 creep waves in the process.
Yep.
He now trails Luna 58 last hits to Luna's 62 last hits.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, mid tower is just getting pushed all by itself.
Oh, a
who's
haste
getting
rune.
duped up?
Oh my goodness, in came Skywrath, out went IO. Then a big ult from Luna comes in, starts to drain on Neko. Neko gonna go down as well. That's a 4-for-1 exchange. CWG calling their bluff on the bait strategy and did not work out for him.
Yep, Morphling got taken down by Doom bottom. Doom got a haste rune, and he also now has the critical strike aura from a pack leader. So he just like 3-shotted a very, very silenced Morphling.
In comes Power Rangers, and much like Lord Zed in Season 2, whooping on the White Rangers Heine, Treant Protector goes down very quickly. Thanks to
Big
just the...
misplay from Muda on bottom. He was trying to TP and save his tower and get a little bit of use his Midas real quick, but he canceled his TP scroll.
What a tragedy indeed.
Do you think it was more to try and push Doom off of the tower, or do you think it was a misplay?
I think it was misplay. Doom didn't have his Doom, so
True.
he didn't really have anything to worry about.
He still has really good stats right now, though, and decent health.
He can't insta-give him, though.
That's true.
And Morphling still has his waveform, so...
Yeah. We've got a 3-man rotation down here to deal with Doom. Doom's getting really greedy. He will have his ultimate in 12, but... Oh,
It's not gonna be in
Vendetta.
Oh, there goes the swing. No impale coming out. Trying to juke. No impale coming out. Yet again, Mogar is continuing to run. Pings are going wild.
Oh, good jukes by Doom. He got it so that Nyx couldn't stun him up, and Invoker is going to come in. Oh, no mana for Treant Protector. He's dead.
Gone, baby, gone. Tito getting a nice kill on Power Rangers.
But then, who is?
Io coming in to try and save Nyx. Oh, here comes the slow. They're all grouped up, but it's a really low-level slow.
Not going to be quite enough to get what he wanted to do right there, but Don Zinuro is still doing great in this game. He's 3-1 now. That's a huge percentage of the total kills on his team right now. He is very well fed at this stage of the game.
Yes, indeed. That was such a clutch rotation by Invoker too. But Doom definitely made it worth his while to rotate. He juked the spiked Carapace from Nyx, keeping it so that his Scorched Earth didn't get him stunned up. And then he also juked the Impale. Like, just really well played by Doom.
And with that middle tower, Tier 1 gone. No more Tier 1s on Treant Protokers.
We're going to have a lot of drums on Dire.
That's fine.
How many drums do we have so far?
We've got drums on Doom, drums on Invoker.
Tower has been denied.
That's probably the only drums we're gonna
Yeah,
get.
2 sets of
Yeah,
drums.
probably.
Invoker and Mogar wants to make their own drum circle. That's okay.
Yep. Land Speed Invoker in the making right here, right now.
Invisibility.
Tito picking up himself a nice Invis rune. Let's see what he does with it. Over in Twitch play or Twitch chat, the Thunder the Thunder Ravager player. Not entirely sure how to say that one. I think it might have
That's
been.
under average player.
Ah, I see. This is a problem when we don't have underscores in your names. That under average player says Nyx didn't ask for that. An obvious reference to Deus Ex Human Revolution. Get your Game of the Year edition on Steam right now for $14.99. Whirlwind going out from Tito. Gonna dodge a hook shot and flare. Getting out of there very nicely.
Io lost all of his mana and a decent chunk of his health, and he's already used his bottle charges. So our very poor Io only has a salve in which to pump into whoever his tether target is.
Right, you are.
So for a time being, he's not dead, but he's not going to be very useful until he gets some bottle charges either.
Well, Doom is rocking the remains of a DD rune, and they're going to use it to push up into Tier 2 territory on bottom lane.
Oh, BKB already done on Doom.
Gross.
Do you think BKB was a wise choice? I mean, the only one here who's got a dedicated stun really is the Nyx. In Clockwork, he doesn't care if you're BKB'd.
I believe the BKB is mainly to dispel the overgrowth.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, that's
is
the only
under
thing I could
attack.
think of. And if he pops it too early, it won't do him any good, because overgrowth does go through BKB. Or maybe I should say around BKB.
Oh, they're playing. Getting a little. Looks like Treant Protector's getting a little bored. He's playing tic-tac-toe on the Roche pit.
What a tragedy right there. Lack of
Unfortunately-
sportsmanship as well.
And now he's
Well,
crying.
Well, vengeful or not. Our viewers can't see that, unfortunately. But
Oh, yes, they can.
If you see it on my screen, they can see it.
well, yeah, if you go through Twitch, you definitely can see it. But
Down on bottom, Tito scored a mega kill with the help of Doom. Moger on the assist. They're gonna pick off. They're gonna pick
yep,
Alf.
now in Pog form.
Yes, now in Pog form. Thank you, Steve Allen. They're gonna pick off Mudo, who's gonna be your more tragic days are ahead, and they are
Yep.
starting.
Nyx is in deep here. Coming up the back, he wants this Skywrath. But they can see him. How can they see him? Dust?
They don't see him.
Oh, nice jump away from that Nyx, and he will get eaten alive thanks to Moger, Don Zinrio, and Tito on the assist. Did you see that dodge from Invoker?
They get
It was
the
pretty
tower
good.
and a
It's the
Nyx.
main reason why you have to start out with the Impale.
Don't want
Yeah,
people
but if you
leaving.
start, then don't you lose the Vendetta bonus damage?
Yes, but the Impale's more important.
I guess if your team's backing you up, absolutely. But I don't know. He was sort of on the backside of the enemy there. I think he looked for an opening he thought he had, and it was just a really bad misread.
Colsoria makes a good point over in Twitch chat. 2 drums are usually good. Nice stats and everything. Invoker doesn't allow fun.
Now, back on the subject of Pogs. Pogs are really, from what I hear, they're still pretty big in Brazil. And now, as we all know, Dota is big in Brazil.
Dota is big in Brazil now. Now, what's your point there, Stotmeister?
Do you think there are Dota Pogs?
That is a good question. Any people who are watching this right now, wow, how about that? Force Staff has a 55% win rate over 27.8 million games. Doom comes in. Doom's Muda instead of Io. Wondering what's going on there. He is getting slowed up, but he was just going to eat.
Oh!
He's going to eat. He is going to eat Io. Muda's now in a bad spot. He's not going to be able to get away. That's going to be a double kill for Moger. He's going to get himself a mega kill streak off of that one as well. 15-3. CWG has 5 times the amount of kills that Treant Protoker has.
Not only that, they have a 15,000 gold lead on them and a 12,000 experience lead.
Good God Almighty. What is going through Protoker's head right now? And don't say something smart alecky like smoke weed every day.
That might be it, though.
Oh, and
That
then
could be it.
Neko gets killed in mid-air thanks to a nice baseball swing from Tito. Gonna set him up, knock him right back down. This Nyx assassin has been shat on this entire game, and that is tragic.
Yeah, he went Blink Dagger, which is a good initiation item on Nyx. But what do you think about that, Logan? Would you have gone Blink Dagger on Nyx at this point in the game?
Yes. Yes, I would have.
Oh,
They
and a lucky dust. A lucky dust. Because Power Rangers stepped a little bit too close to that Sentry Ward right there, and they dusted and they just wrecked him right there. Good times were had.
Radiant's bottom tower is
As I was
under
saying, yes,
attack.
definitely would have gone for the Blink Dagger, because really, Dagon's not that great,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
especially in comparison to a well-paced Blink Stun.
True. Very true.
Bungity bung bum. Drummity drum drum. Tito is trying to get away from that tower, just does not. Lino picking the last hit on that tier 2. That is the last tier 2 of Radiant's game right now. Treant Protoker is not doing a very good job of protecting the trees.
He protected
Gotta
them.
remember to stay in the trees.
He protected them with his corpse.
What was that sound?
It was
Was that Treant Protector
spamming
canceling
ult.
his overgrowth?
Yes. It's thunder.
Terrifying.
The weather effects for have arrived, finally.
You heard it here first in the Dota 2 Killcopter. The weather effects have arrived for Dota 2. Hookshot was missed. Tofu not hitting Mogar like he wanted to.
Doom really wants to go in on this, but he realizes that everything is back behind them.
To be honest, I think if Clockwork had hit that hookshot, I think he would have immediately regretted it.
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Yeah, and what he doesn't see is the Invoker with Tornado EMP already up and just standing right outside of daylight vision. He's got that Force Staff ready to go. So this Doom is baiting really hard
that
here.
healing self.
Wisp, or excuse me, IO finally getting Urn of Shadows up at the 25-minute mark.
Doom taking a ton of damage here.
I don't think he cares that much. Because they are starting to wail on tier 3 in bottom lane. AA ult comes out.
It hit the creeps, but it wasn't really good at hitting who they wanted it to.
Right, but that is fine and dandy like sour candy because they really have total control at this point.
Fine and dandy like
pushing
sour.
bottom tower. Luna's also pushing top tower. And she's got her ultimate, so if they try to go there and stop her, they're gonna pay for it.
Very badly, too.
Radiant's bottom
Oh, dear.
Croton, don't go that far, man. You stay safe in the base.
Radiant structure.
He's like, come on guys, I want to be carry with so hard. See, that's not what it was. It was support Morphling mid for carry whiz. Logan, or no, David, you owe me like 30 bajillion rares, I believe.
No, it was for carry with.
Or carry whiz, yeah.
And he's not carrying. Big team fight erupting now down on bottom. This is going to be all she wrote at this point. Cogs coming out to try to stop Don Zenrio. Mogar did have his BKB up. They're going to lose 2 in the fight over on Protoker. Maybe 3 here because Power Rangers Power Rangers will go down. It's going to be a triple. They're going to call the GG for game 1. 26.5 minutes at final score of 20-3. CWG does a great job of keeping this game in their pocket the entire time with a steadfast, tried and true draft pick, and I think that's what really cemented it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game 1. This is a best of 2 series. We're going to go to game 2 in a moment. Stick around. More action is going to be held in the next game.